motion goes forward, I would like to, if it needs to approve, I would like you to head up that subcommittee. So therefore, members, are we clear with regard to the motion that's going to be forward down? It's been moved and second, moved by Ms. Peterson, second by Ms. Redmond. Any further conversation on that? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Nieves,
Yes.
Mr. Shaw,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Mrs. Pitts, may I just be able to conclude by saying what we are attempting to do, members of the board and community, what we are attempting to do is something that is relatively new to all of us. And we just aren't prepared to virtually have meetings from the school district. We didn't have the equipment, we really never saw it coming. So we're in a position where we started the meeting. So all these changes and recommendations are being made to put us in a position where hopefully we can start broadcasting these meetings. But right now, we're just not in a position to do so. We're not prepared to do it, and that's just the fact of where we are.
Thank you, Dr. Oshie, but I think it's important that the community knows that we are actually trying to meet the needs of the community with regards to being able to communicate and being able to have the community participate, whether you're going to be in person or whether you're going to be at home. So I hope you all understand that this motion that just passed tonight actually is saying that we're going to now start the research. As you heard, Ms. Peterson is going to head up that subcommittee. So it's important for the board members that you understand what we're trying to do. Any other further old business? Hearing none, moving now, will there be any new business, board members, that you care to discuss at this time? Thank you. Hearing none, moving now to informational items, Dr. Oshie.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board and community, I have several information items for you this evening. I'd like to start with an invitation we received from Winslow Township. As you know, each year they have a Memorial Day ceremony. They are inviting, of course, the school board, as they've done every year, to that ceremony on May 30th at 10 a.m. at the War Memorial on the municipal building grounds. They would like to know if the school district will be participating in this year and who will be attending.
I saw a hand go up.
Mr. Charles used to care every year.
Ms. Martin. Now, board members, what I would ask that you do is to get your names to Dr. Oshie as soon as possible so that he can then let the
It's called
council.
Mr. Curry. You can call Mrs. Curry at the office, and she has, she was in charge. Just three so far, and I can just make another. Ms. Moore, Ms. Martin, Mr. Charles. Oh, Ms. Bills, Ms. Bills. Okay, thank you. The next item is very important. As we all know, here in the state of New Jersey, marijuana has been legalized. And I just want to make it clear to the community, as well as through the building principals, that in as much as marijuana may be legalized in the state of New Jersey, it's still a violation on school premises here in the Winslow Township School District and all school districts throughout the state. Students who are under the influence or in possession of legalized marijuana still will find themselves in violation of the school's rules, regulations, and the student code of conduct, which also will result in the same steps we take when someone is in possession of or under the influence of alcohol. It's pretty much the same. Students are removed from the premises if they are under the influence. They are asked to have a drug test taken, which is required. They, of course, will be on suspension during that time. That drug test must be taken prior to the return to school. Under the influence of anything vaping and all those other things that have entered into the school district and into our communities. In as much as they may be legal beyond the school walls, there is still a violation on school premises. The school district will be enforcing those rules and regulations throughout. I think one of the things, as I communicated with my colleagues today, one of the things they had shared was the illegal marijuana comes in various forms. It's not necessarily cigarettes, now they have gummy bears, brownies, chips, and all those kinds of things, which gets into possession of young people. Many times, little people don't know what they are. Not only do they get them, they go to school, they share them with their friends, and it becomes an issue in the school districts. We're also asking the parents to be more diligent in keeping this kind of materials or whatever out of the reach of children, walking away to protect their safety, because even mistakenly taking is still a violation of the school district, and therefore be subject to whatever policy procedures or action that the school district may take. So we're asking the parents to really be having more conversations about this as we move forward. But I wanted to bring that to your attention tonight because it is going to become an issue throughout the state of New Jersey because it has already started in some places. Any questions at this time in reference to that? Moving on, Winslow Township High School Indoor Wings Ensemble and Indoor Guard. They are the 2022 Tournament Indoor Association Region 1 Scholastic Intermediate Guard Champions. This past weekend, they were able to compete, and they competed at the Eastern Regional High School. They won that event. Next week, they will be competing for the Tournament Indoor Association and Iron Coast Championship in Wildwood, New Jersey. So we'd like to extend congratulations to Mr. Parkers and, of course, our young people who are a part of the Indoor Wings Ensemble and Indoor Guard for their most recent accomplishment. Mr. Parker's on his way out is still racking up the awards for our young people. So again, we want to thank Mr. Parker's and our students at the high school. Also, Winslow Township High School girls track team won the Woodbury relay this past Saturday, April 23rd. And one of our students, Janaya James, was selected as Winslow Township School District Olympic Conference Scholar Athlete of the Year. This information also, ladies and gentlemen, is on our website and Facebook page. So if you want all the specifics and details, please go to our website, and that information is there available to you. Winslow Township Middle School Parent Community Night. Prior to the pandemic, middle school and high school used to have community nights at least twice a year. So the next community night at the Winslow Township Middle School is May the 12th at 6:30, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Prior to that, next week, the Winslow Township Middle School will have the National Junior Honor Society induction ceremony. That activity will take place here in the cafeteria on May the 5th. The time is at 6 p.m. here in the cafeteria for members and community members, and particularly those families of those young people who will be inducted into the National Honor Society. I'm pleased to report that this year the middle school will be inducting 68 new members to the National Junior Honor Society. Congratulations, Mr. Montgomery Middle School. Congratulations, Mr. Umbrella, Winslow Township High School. Also at the Winslow Township High School, we are in preparation for our first musical play. It's called The Addams Family, a new musical comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the board, you should have tickets in your folders for that event, May 19th, 21st. There are evening activities one Saturday matinee, So we're looking forward to our first musical, our first play. Hopefully by then we may have the air conditioning on. Is that right, Ms. Morella? Comfortable this time, ladies and gentlemen. Comfortable this time. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my information items for this evening. I'll answer any questions if you have any.
Thank you, board members. At this time, we're moving into our public comment section, portion. The Winslow Township Board of Education highly values the input of citizens in making important decisions that affect the children of our community. We also believe in the rights of citizens to observe our board meetings, to ensure that all citizens have the opportunity to attend board meetings and also comment, and to ensure that the board can conduct the important business of the district. We ask that speakers follow these guidelines when making public comments. The board president or board secretary will recognize those individuals in the audience or who call in who wish to make comment. Please respect the following procedures. Number one, all members of the public attending or calling into school board meetings must treat each other and the board with respect. Number two, kindly state your full name and address. Number three, please limit your comments to 4 minutes. Number four, please submit any questions that you may not get answered here tonight to the Board of Education with your name, address, and telephone number where you can be contacted. Your questions will be answered within a reasonable amount of time. And number five, individuals offering citizen comment are not permitted to make personal attacks on any district employee, board member, or other testifier, or member of the public. At this time, board members, I'm asking for a motion to open our meeting to public comment.
Motion to open the meeting to public comment. Nieves, second.
Moved by Ms. Thomas, second by Ms. Nieves. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Thank you. Ms. Boyle?
Madam President, nobody in attendance has signed up for public comments. We'll have to check to see if we have anybody in the waiting room. At this time, there's nobody in the waiting room to make comment.
We have no one who has signed up. There's no one in currently who would wish to make public comment at this time. Therefore, we'll wait our usual minutes in the event that folks are trying to reach us.
Mrs. Pitts, while we're waiting, I did have an informational item I forgot about.
Okay, Ms. Nieves, let's hear it.
It came in through our NJSBA email. It was regarding a state fund that can be a game changer for families facing medical debt. It's called the Catastrophic Illness and Children Relief Fund Commission. It was developed as a resource for New Jersey families overwhelmed with medical bills. Catastrophic illness doesn't necessarily mean some grave illness. It also has other sources for mental health, substance abuse, PTSD, anxiety. New Jersey's fund is actually particularly well funded with a budget of about $10 million a year, and it has a steady revenue source. They're particularly looking for families in Burlington, Camden, Monmouth, Middlesex, Hudson, and Essex counties because applications from these counties tend to be low. The person who is also running that program said any child, any condition, any income. Other disorders, seizure disorders, visual disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders. And there was a link to a website to apply for that. I didn't know if that's something we could pass along possibly to our nurses and guidance counselors who may be able to identify families who would benefit from funding.
Thank you, Ms. Nieves. I think that's a very good suggestion. Dr. Monteith, do you think that is information that you can?
And Ms. Nieves, she would sit down with Mrs. Curry tomorrow.
Okay.
I will make sure we pass it on.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nieves. Ms. Paul, go over the one that's in queue.
Anybody signing?
No.
Nobody's in the queue.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Long, would you please take the check?
First, we close out the portion.
At this time, board members, since we have no one, stepping up for public comment, I'm asking for a vote to adjourn public comment.
Motion to adjourn. Yes.
Moved by Ms. Thomas, second by Ms. Evans. All in favor? Any nays? All right, have we moved that? Still a vote. Executive session?
Madam President, it is with deepest regrets, but I must inform the board that there is no executive session.
Well, board, that's, sorry, but. Thank you, Mr. Long. Therefore, at this point, board members, I'm asking for a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion to adjourn meeting. Yes.
Moved by Ms. Thomas, second by Ms. Nieves. Roll call, please.
Voice vote.
It is a voice vote, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. All in favor? Anyone wish to stay here? Thank you, this meeting is adjourned. Everyone that was engaged?